Hi everyone, I'm Mena Angelfire, and welcome back, explorers, to my Halloween nights. Be sure to also look at the description below for all credits given. And with that said, welcome to day 12 of my Halloween nights. Now, I need to mention that there are a lot of different Halloween games out there, or games that are appropriate for Halloween. Whether they be spooky, or horror, or candy-filled, or something else. But we need to remember there's also visual novels out there. And with that said, visual novels are not just simply text-based games. Yeah, visual novels are games that you mostly read, but there are some that actually do give you choices. You can gather things, and some of them actually give you a little bit more gameplay, like maybe battles, but I actually haven't come across those yet. I probably will, but until I do, let's play this one that I know for sure is a visual novel. And that is the Testimony of Trixi Glimmer Smith. So, let's begin the gameplay. We're about to play the Testimony of Trixi Glimmersmith. And actually, this turns out to be the sequel of Parsnip, which I only played a little bit of. So, it's only proper that I play a little portion of this game as well. But, with that being said, I am most definitely going to play both games, respectively, in their entirety. But until I do that, let's begin the game. My name is Trixi Glimmersmith. I'm a first-year student studying regional history and culture studies here at Bluebell City. Events in the past week have led me to falling behind. This is my extenuating circumstances statement of case. I hope it is sufficient to explain why I need more time to finish my coursework. Thanks. It all started last week. At about 10 in the morning, I dragged myself out of bed and gotten dressed. Right, it's 2 weeks till my coursework deadline. Time to start this report on Blue Hill County Cultural Exports 1800-1900. Oh, 1800 to 1900. I sat and stared at the brief for about 10 minutes. Okay, no more slacking. It's time to get to work. I noticed I just clicked onto a 2-hour video essay about memes on video.com. Before I had any more time to be distracted, there was a loud knock at my door. I jumped, knocking my cereal over. Milk and chocolate-covered sugar flakes spilled across my generic student accommodations carpet. Ooh. Someone outside yelled, "Trixi Glimmersmith, open up! We have something to discuss." I recognized the voice. It was Nikita, my course's top student. We didn't talk often because she's kind of horrible. I slammed the spacebar and quickly opened up a website about sheep. It wasn't really relevant to my work, but I hoped it might look educational enough to make Nikita judge me slightly less. Nikita scared the crap out of me, and I didn't want to keep her waiting, so I ignored the puddle of chocolate milk seeping into my carpet and opened the door. Nikita immediately marched straight into my room without asking, and I ended up backed into my desk. Right, Trixi, you have to do me a favor. Her eyes briefly glanced at the cereal puddle, but quickly looked back onto me, like the lasers of a sniper rifle trained on my skull. Oof. I instinctively sat back down in my chair and looked up at Nikita. I probably looked pretty stubby. It would almost be kind of hot if I wasn't a loser. Nikita, look, Trixi. If I hadn't bailed you out last term by doing your coursework for you, you'd be dead, right? I mean, you'd be living in a bush and eating dirt because you don't want to go home to your family and admit you screwed up your education by sleeping through an entire term. I mean, that's a little harsh. I'd also been playing video games, writing raunchy fanfiction, and growing bobs. It would be nice to get some recognition for that, for once. I know it was. But listen, my point is, you owe me big time for literally saving your life. You didn't literally save my life. What the heck? Whatever. Look, I just want you to find me a play script. It's easy. Oh, is that all? I mean, sure, I can do that, I guess. You did help me out a lot, right? Sorry, it's just you were being really aggressive, so I assumed you were going to make me kill someone or something. Tabby, maybe you hate her? Miss Knight is a try-hard, wasting everyone's time by running against me for student president, but I don't need her dead. I need to keep her around to make me look good. Tabby keeps psychic crystals in her bra to prevent lunar interference, which I'm pretty sure isn't even a word. That's a pretty low standard to make you look good. I felt pretty bad saying that. Tabby was really nice, even if she was a little quirky and didn't really notice me. That said, interference definitely isn't the word. I'm not very likable, so I need all the help I can get. Anyway, shut up. Your laptop is playing a video called Sheep Falling Over Compilation 6, while your coursework paper is titled, and I quote, Start soon. So, are you going to help me, or am I just going to have to never bail you out of one of your screw-ups again? I glanced at my laptop. PickerSheepFalls.com wasn't as educational as I thought. Fine. What do you want exactly? More specific than just a play script? Last night I was walking back from the library when I noticed some paper fluttering about. I don't usually make a point of picking stuff off of the floor, but something drew me to it. I picked it up and realized it contained writing. I read it right there in the courtyard. When I finished reading, I stood in silence for some time. I'd read an excerpt from The King in Yellow. I don't know how it got there, but I'm certain if that page was there, then the rest must be nearby. A surviving copy of the infamous cursed play. Do you realize how important that is? I'd heard rumors of the King in Yellow and of the ghastly writings within. I very much doubted Nikita had found a page lying around at university. Copies were meant to be impossible to get a hold of. Supposedly all lost, hidden, or burnt long ago. Wow, I always assumed that play was kind of, um, myth? Are you sure it was legit? Maybe you just found part of someone's fanfiction? Nikita slammed her fist onto my desk with a bang. I know it's real. Sorry. It's okay. You're probably right. Only a real loser would write fanfiction about the King in Yellow. The completed play would be of immeasurable importance to my studies. I could write my entire thesis and analyzing how it has affected folklore, both locally and worldwide. I need a full copy. Now, after the initial shock of finding it set in, I started sneezing. I concluded there must be some kind of allergen on the paper. I happen to be allergic to exactly one thing in the world. Not being a female dog. Shut up. I'm allergic to daffodils. Daffodil Lane is a few miles from here. I happen to know that the lane has a lot of daffodils, hence the bad name, given their relative rarity everywhere in the county. I believe the page may have originated there. I'd rather avoid going there myself. I'm too important to get mildly uncomfortable. Besides, I'm busy brainstorming slogans for my new student. Besides, I'm busy brainstorming slogans for my student union presidency campaign. Right now I'm thinking knowledge through unity. Unity through Nikita. Oh, jeez. Whatever. As a thank you for me saving your life, you're kindly going to Daffodil Lane and finding the rest of that play for me. Good, thanks. I still wasn't convinced there would be anything to find, but I kind of wanted Nikita to leave my room before she noticed I'd left some of my underwear on the floor. I mean, I hadn't agreed yet, but fine, I'll go. Just stop being so rude to me. It's not a good work relationship. Fantastic. Thank you for being so accommodating, Trixi. I'll let you get on with it. I have some books to read. Nikita brushed some dust off of her shirt and left without a goodbye. According to my laptop, it was still pretty early. I guess I should get going. I may as well get this over with so Nikita stops bothering me. I found some snacks. I knew I would need them on my way. Quest? Errand? Whatever this crud was. A 20-pack of cheese ropes? I love artificial flavorings. I found my phone under an old shirt. Not that it came in much use. It can basically only take calls and receive messages after years of wear and tear. My phone's light flickers unless you constantly shake it like, oh. My phone's light flickers unless you constantly shake it like a maraca. So I brought along a torch as well. A torch seemed like one of those things it was good to have when you're looking for things. In retrospect, I should have made sure it had batteries in it before I left. I crammed everything into my bat bag. A lot of people accuse me of having a bat fetish because of all my bat products. But it's not true. I just like that bat cartoon Cyber Draculas from space from a few years ago. But there's no official merchandise for it, and those bats were really cute. Anyway, I got distracted by my laptop for a while. Well, like 3 hours, but I got a lot of work done. Kind of. The 2-hour trek through the countryside during the worst heat wave in the century took its toll on me. I had never been good with summer. I usually just hide inside, so I had underestimated how hard it would be out in the sun. It was also about here I realized I never cleaned up the cereal on my floor. I did eventually reach Daffodil Lane. I took a little rest and some shade and got my bearings. Whew. I hope the weather gets worse soon. I could use some rain to cool me off. I took a look down the lane from my vantage point. 4 quaint little cottages dotted the dirt road, and at the far end was the tree line of Blue Hill Road woods. I'd been in the woods once before as part of my course. They were old and filled with interesting landmarks. I considered taking a walk in them once I sorted out the play stuff. It was probably cooler under the trees. Parsnip! Hi! A small, rather eccentric-looking rabbit had appeared behind me while I was distracted. Before I could say anything, he held out a weird yellow string. Since we're such great friends, I made you a friendship string. The friendship string was about 6 inches of tattered yarn, seemingly dipped in yellow acrylic paint and sprinkled with what appeared to be sugar? It was faintly disturbing on a level I can't communicate, even after everything else that transpired in the following days. I added sugar so you can taste it if you get hungry. I hope you like it, best friend. He seemed proud of himself. Uh, I, I don't know, it could be useful. Confused, I took the string out of the rabbit's paw and held it up for a closer look. It looked just as bad up close. I shivered. Something about the string and its strange creator felt deeply wrong. I shook my head slightly. I was being silly. The string was harmless. I tucked the string away into my bag. Thanks? So who are you? Hi, I'm Parsnip. That's my cottage. He jabbed a paw at the nearest cottage, the one with the well-kept daffodil patch in front of it. A small sign with "My Cottage" written on it stood on the path next to it, clearly marking the cottage as someone else's cottage. And I think I'm going to end this right here and go into my outro. So, see you there soon. Well, as I said before, I will definitely play both Parsnip all the way through and the Testimony of Trixi Glimmer all the way through as well. But I will do it at a later date. So for right now, since I piqued your interest, I'm going to end this episode here and leave you all with this. If you have been enjoying my content, please feel free to leave a like and or subscribe. You can also leave a comment down below in the comment section. Be sure to hit that notification bell because YouTube doesn't always like to share. Be safe, be healthy, happy Halloween, and as always, be true to you. Mena Angelfire, signing out.